Okay, I think I finally got it figured out. This was like my third plan for my shop. What I'm trying to do is make two separate rooms in this garage, and the garage is 24 by 24, 16-foot door, 3-foot walkthrough. And I thought what I would do is make a room just for the belt grinders and the sanders, because that truly is such a messy, messy part of knife making that it will contaminate all the other stuff I like to do. My welders, it'll cover everything in sawdust I do not have and won't be able to afford dust removal unless I enclose it in a room and put a exhaust fan and suck all the sawdust out of it. So that's what I'm going to do. And this was my initial plan. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on, let me get a pencil. 1, 2, 3. I think I made this, yes, 5 feet. Okay, I made this originally 5 feet wide, which would have been 2-foot benches and 3 foot for my largeness to move around in, which would have been, tight. And 2-foot benches I've measured my tools, and they would bolt down comfortably to a 2-foot wide bench. But I thought about it and thought about it and thought about it. And this basically renders this area kind of useless because I have a door opening this way and a door opening this way. So I rethought this, and this is what I've come up with now. This is 6 feet. What I realize is that from this corner to the edge of the roll-up door is 6 feet. So I'm just going to close it all in, and this is all, actually I'm going to have this door open outward, just because it'll leave more room in here. So here's my bench. I'm giving myself 4 feet of ass room. And this is 12 feet long, this bench, which will leave me room for my drill press or my bench grinder, and maybe a thin shelf or a bunch of hooks to hang my sanding belts up on. This will be my workbench back here. This will be my hardware wall. The outside of this is where I'll put my hardware and my hammers and everything else that I hang up. I'll put all my wrenches on the wall above this bench. And this wall is going to be, I'm going to make cabinets out of plywood. And I can make cabinets far, far sturdier and for far less money than I could if I bought cabinets. Because my original plan was to buy some cabinets from, Sam's has some really nice cabinets, and Home Depot and Lowe's have cabinets. But my God, for the money I spent on cabinets, I could build far better cabinets, taller, and more capable of holding weight than I could have ever afforded to buy. I can make that out of plywood. I'll put my compressor down in this corner. And what that does is leave me with 16 feet wide and 22, 21 feet for me to get my truck in here, which is more than enough. My truck from nose to trailer hitch is 20 feet. And, I rarely have to work on my Ford truck because, well, it's a Ford, not a Chevy. And so what I would probably do is set up my little table that I work on my knives at right around here, and I'd be able to roll around it, and I'd be able to put my buffers back on. And if I ever need to get my truck in here to work on it, which is highly unlikely because it's a Ford, I would just pick this table up and move it to the side. So I just thought I would show you my plan. But I think before I do any of this, I'm going to have to paint this. It is down to bare wood. And if I don't do something very, very quickly, paint-wise, then it's going to start rotting. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do first. I think I can build this pretty quick. And then there's one more caveat, one more problem. There's only like 30 amps coming into this building. The electrical box is right over here. And it's not a lot of power. There's no 220. and I have a 220 compressor that I want to put over here. So I'm gonna have to rewire this. There's just a few 110 outlets, and the wiring in this thing that's there is just a crazy spaghetti mess of really bad wiring. I'm talking duct tape to the ceiling rafters and spliced and added onto, and extension cords being used as Romex in some areas. Just really, really bad wiring. So none of the wiring that's there is anything that I can use. So I've got to rewire it. However, I have my entire garage filled with my stuff. So I can't do anything until I start separating some of this stuff. So there's a 110 outlet in the wall over here. That's gonna run all my saws and everything for now, because I'm going to build this wall. I'm gonna put my bench here up. I'm gonna put all my tools down, and then I'll move much of my tools in here, and then I will build this cabinet, build my bench, and then I'll be able to basically set my shop up. And then what I'm going to do is come in with more wire, 220, another box over here, and I'm going to go up into the attic and drop these wires down where I want them on the outside of the walls, and just run my Romex inside these metal channels that attach to the wall. And then they have special outlets that work well with those metal channels. So that's the only way I can do it and make this work, and get 220 in here. So I just thought I would share my final plan. I've thought about this for days and days and days, and this is the plan I've come up with. So let's get started. Tomorrow I'm not doing nothing. Tomorrow I start my diet. I think I mentioned that. Tomorrow's D-Day. I start my diet. And my wife and we just talked about it some more tonight, and I don't know what to do first. If my diet doesn't work, I have to have my thyroid taken out no matter what. So if my diet doesn't work, my backup plan was what do they call it? A gastric band, a lap band. It's not like stomach stapling or nothing really where they got to rip you open, and they do it orthoscopic, what do they call it? Where they use them little rods that go inside of you. They poke a hole in you, and they don't like open you up. But anyway, that I may not do that until I have my thyroid out and see where that leaves me, because I don't want to have a whole bunch of things done. I don't want to have that lap band done and then I have my thyroid taken out, and the I start losing weight just because of the thyroid being out. And anyway, I have a lot to think about there, but I'm going to get started on this very soon, or else I'm going to spend the money I have saved. And I think I'm going to splurge and buy myself a new tool. I have a very old Craftsman drill press that has an insane amount of run out. And I'm going to buy a jet, because I've watched people reviewing the jets, and the run out is like less than 1/1000th, So that will really help me make more precise holes in my knives, and it will make for a tighter fitting pin. And I just like jet tools. I've had this Craftsman for 25 years now, and I deserve a new tool. Don't you think I deserve a new tool? My God, I stay out of trouble most of the time. All right, hey, thanks for watching, y'all.